Gina Gemberling is the new CEO of the Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau. With the travel and tourism business rebounding from COVID-19, we had a lot to talk about. Coming fresh off of National Travel and Tourism Week, is this like Christmas for those in the travel industry? Is it your favorite time of the year?
It definitely is, especially following the last couple of years our industry has had with the pandemic. We're excited about National Travel and Tourism Week this past week and have had a great time celebrating it and spreading the word of tourism in Little Rock.
Well, we know that 2020 was a big drop off from 2019, obviously because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Tell me a little bit about what we saw in 2021 as things did rebound some, and kind of where are we now in 2022?
We did see quite a bit of rebound in 2021. Primarily, it was the leisure travelers. Group convention did not really come back strong until this year. Also, the events, the live performances, things at the Robinson Center this year have really had great attendance and strong attendance.
What is driving the meeting and convention space? That's obviously an area that is a huge component of your job and the Bureau's job down there. We're not seeing as many cancellations as we have seen, obviously, over the last 2 years plus. What are we kind of beyond that point of cancellation now? Do you think that we're in some ways back to some sort of sense of normal?
Well, we're always crossing our fingers since we went through something, our industry went through something we never really thought we would face. But as of this year, we've only had one group in January that postponed. It did not cancel, it postponed till March. So attendance at our meetings and conventions have been strong. Through the end of the year, we have 73 meetings, conventions, and sports events booked. Yet through 2022, that totals right over $17 million in direct spending into the economy. We also have another 32 tentative groups that have not yet made decisions for 2022. So I think by the end of the year, we're going to come out pretty strong, not quite up to 2019, which was a banner year for everyone in the tourism industry here in Little Rock. But we think we're going to come out all right.
Tell me what you guys are doing differently now in terms of your in marketing and your out marketing strategies. I mean, what's the sales pitch that you're making now? And is it different from what you were making in the past?
We continue every year, we try and tweak our marketing efforts at some point, looking at what's been successful, where we can grow attendance and things here in Little Rock. Right now, we are geo-targeting about a 500-mile radius, which is an 8-hour drive radius outside of Little Rock. We're targeting those road trippers. We're doing a lot of conquest targeting, which means we're putting Little Rock's ads in front of consumers that are considering some of our competitive destinations, things like destinations such as Memphis, Nashville, Oklahoma City, Dallas, etc.
There were some upgrades made to the State House Convention Center during the pandemic. I think that went kind of quietly under the radar. What's different at the State House Convention Center now? What'd you upgrade?
We took advantage of the what we would consider a dark period in the State House Convention Center when we do not have, obviously we did not have groups or conventions in the building. We took advantage of that and really did a lot of updating with our lighting, changed to some LED lighting, did a lot of painting, things of that nature that we really just do not have the time to do when the building's busy. And the building was extremely busy in 2018 and 2019. Just recently, in the last couple of weeks, we did receive 8,000 new chairs for the exhibit hall of the State House Convention Center. 8,000 chairs, as you can imagine, are a lot of chairs. We are still unboxing them, honestly, and getting them ready. And we just redid all of the air walls in the governor's halls as well. So a lot of updates. And although that building is, was renovated fully renovated in the mid 80s, it looks spick and span, and we like it to keep it that way.
All right. Last question for you. Let's talk a little bit about workforce. You guys had to lay off some employees or furlough some people during the pandemic. I kind of want to know if you're back up to speed or moving in that direction. And also just generally for the industry as a whole, you hear a lot of folks in the tourism, travel, and hospitality industry talking about struggling to find workers. Are there things in place to make that happen?
You know, as you mentioned, obviously with the pandemic, many of our tourism entities were forced to either eliminate positions, terminate positions, and actually from 2019 to 2020, Pulaski County alone lost 34% of their hospitality employment. That being said, we have continued to regain here at the Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau. We are close to about at 100%. We're probably about 95% right now. We're continuing to look for employment and employees and looking at creative ways to do that. You know, people think of tourism and they think possibly customer service type positions. But when you look at an organization like the Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau, we have everything from electricians in our building, plumbers in our building, human resource specialists. We have people that just do social media and marketing and creative design, sales. We have such a range of different positions that are available in tourism, and we're trying to spread that word out in the community that tourism is more than a customer service entity.
And you'll have a good chair for them to sit on if they come work for you, because you got 8,000 of them, right?
That's right.
All
That's
right.
right.
Gina Gemberling, she's the CEO of the Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau. Welcome to your new role in the job. You're taking over for somewhat of a legend there, but I think that you'll fill those big shoes admirably. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Thank you, Robbie.